I just finished up Ramadan. It's like I'm in the dark, and I hate that for myself. If they decide to pull social media right now, a lot of people gonna be fucked. He was trying to look for his sister, and he got shot in the head. What's up, y'all? It's the King, and I'm back with another video. Today is Sunday, April 23rd. These months is zooming by. It's crazy, you know? It was just February, and I was saying the same shit in my head. Enjoying me a cup of Joe this morning. Hazelnut Dunkin' Donuts flavor. Well, hazelnut flavor by Dunkin' Donuts. This coffee's good. Got me a little Black and Mild. I just finished up Ramadan yesterday. And, you know, this Ramadan was good. No, I am not of the Muslim faith. No, I am not, you know, I do not like practice in terms of like I do not read the Quran or anything. I want to get into that. I look forward to getting into that. Me and my wife already decided that, you know, practicing Ramadan was a step in a great direction of seeing, you know, what Ramadan is and how to become disciplined in that act. And it was a really life-changing experience. I mean, when we first did it, we were new to it, obviously, so we didn't know how to break our fast that well. Like, it was funny. We weren't doing any of the things that we were doing this round. I feel like this time, you know, we were able to put in more things that made sense for like our schedules and like how we were going to, when we broke our fast, like how important it was to actually gain that nutrition. Before, when we were doing it, we were just like, all right, obviously we were not eating for the hours. And then when we broke our fast, we would just be like eating whatever, like whatever. But now we understand that, you know, you got to break your fast with water and a fruit, and then you dive into eating. And then you also got to learn, like, you don't want to overstuff yourself. So you want to eat, like, you know, in a decent portion. So I feel like this time practicing Ramadan was really special to me because I feel like, first of all, I completed it in its entirety. The first time I did it, I did not. Like, I ended up stopping and then, you know, just going on my regular life. This time, we did the whole entire month, and it was really great. You know, my wife would wake me up at, well, so we would break fast at like 7, I think it started at like 7:30. As the weeks went by, it ended up at like almost 8 o'clock, 7:50 something. So obviously, with time going, the sun goes down at a different time. So basically, that's how you do it. I'm not gonna really get into it because, you know, I can only speak for a little bit. I don't know all of it, but maybe that'll be a separate video. And I'll do a lot of research on my own end, and I'll come to y'all with a video about that. But it was really inspiring to see like her actually like being disciplined enough to wake me up at 3 o'clock, because basically we break fast from like 7:30ish, let's say, to like 5 o'clock. So usually when we're doing it before, we would break fast, eat until we couldn't anymore, and then just go to sleep, and then like wake up, and obviously our fast would definitely be over by then. And you know, basically what I'm basically saying is, this time around, we took advantage of the times that we were not fasting. So she would wake me up at 3:30 in the morning, and then we would eat like breakfast at 3:30 in the morning, so we can actually eat breakfast, instead of it being, oh, well, we tried to eat all we could, and then we like don't get breakfast, or we don't get the nutritional value of food. And so we basically we're hungry and for a longer period of time when we don't have to be. We have to use our time to our greatest benefit. So that was super important. Damn, it's hot. Let me take this, what you call it. So that was super great that she did that. I felt like, you know, I wasn't even thinking that. But that first night, she woke me up. She was like, babe, it's time to wake up to eat. I was like, wow. And she did that for like the entire time. So now she's sleeping because she has to get used to basically, you know, going to sleep at regular time and waking up at regular time. So it's kind of throwing her off, but I can say that about us. I think we're both thrown off, and it's going to take this week probably trying to get used to our regular schedule programming. But I think our goal is still to wake up early because that's what we want to do. So there's a lot of things that you can't do on Ramadan, like you can't have sex. This is during fasting, so you can't have sex, you can't look at like pornography or anything like that. um you can't smoke, obviously you can't eat, you can't drink. There's a whole list of other things that you can't do. I did not work out for this time, so I saw my workout video. Basically, y'all saw my workout video, and basically now I'm gonna get back into working out. So that's my goal right now, is to get back acclimated with working out. Obviously I lost a lot of weight during this time, so I'm about to be back on it. Remember that 5-week program I told you I was on? That 5-week, it was 12 weeks, 3-month program. So I'm looking to get back on that and starting that from the beginning. So I'm starting from week 1, and I'm just gonna build myself up, do that for 3 months, which is probably gonna be May, June, July-ish, and then start my own phase out. Or I'll just build my own. I don't know. I'll either build my own thing right now, or I'll start from the beginning of the packet and then work this way. Because I'm sure, like, I lost a lot of, I was getting really mobile in my body, like from stretches and all of that. So I need to get back to that, because I haven't been stretching like I was supposed to and things of that nature. I started working out during Ramadan, but then I was like, it was a lot. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wasn't eating like I was supposed to. I wasn't working out like I was supposed to. And, you can't just think you're gonna bust out a whole hour and not make sure having the proper nutritional value. So I learned a lot about that, in terms of like, all right, well, I need to work out probably an hour after I eat. And you have to really figure it out for yourself and base that on your eating schedule. So like I said, I faulted on that. That's my fault, but I'm looking to get really back to that and get back on it. This morning, or yes, since yesterday, I kind of been stressed. My Instagram page, I don't know if I told y'all, but my Instagram page has been down a lot. It's been being disabled a lot, and basically the reason is because I've been altering my page. I have reels on my page, and basically, like, I try to make my page super different from like an average Instagram. So I do a lot of editing, I do a lot of covers on my reels. And so when you do that multiple times, the system, Instagram, looks at that as like, what the fuck? Like, they kind of like flag you because you're doing way too much. And so it happened once, it happened twice, it happened. It's like the 5th, 6th, 7th time that it's happened. And it's really annoying, but it sucks because Instagram is really my bread and butter. And I really didn't anticipate it for being that way. Like, I thought all my pages would be kind of like my Facebook page, my Instagram page would both kind of be in a great direction. But my Facebook page sucks. I just link it to my Instagram page, so all my stuff just goes over there, but it's not built up to where like I can gain clients and I'm getting that crazy traction. Instagram is my bread and butter. That's where I get like a lot of leads and a lot of people, conversate, and they interested in my services, and they hit me up. And with it being down, it's like I'm in the dark, and I hate that for myself, because it's like, wow, that's my whole shit, that's my whole business, and it just be like up in flames because I chose to kind of go out of the way and do extra shit to my page. So it kind of sucks. And when that happens, I think it makes me kind of like really, really down, like really, really upset, because for me, it's like, oh well, I don't have a business without my Instagram, which means that I'm relying on this platform. And I don't know if y'all remember when Instagram and Facebook and all of them went down for those 2 days or something like that. That was crazy. Like, I was stressing out. I was going crazy. And I remember my wife was like, see, like, y'all on these platforms and y'all be going crazy and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, yo, it's true. Like, you rely so much on this second source or this middleman to provide you with these services, but it's not always true that they're going to be around forever. Like, if they decide to pull social media right now, a lot of people are going to be fucked. Like, it is what it is. Like, from the shops that people have, from their money-making platforms, like, once they go down, like, that's it. If you don't have a website or if you don't have a brick and mortar, like, or people don't just know you, it's tough. So, and right now I feel like it's not a great time for me to be in the dark. Like, I got so much shit to do, so much things to catch up on, that like when this happens, it just puts me in a bad space, in a bad place. So it just shows me like I'm not where I need to be, I don't know. I've known that, but like again, it's confirmation when these platforms go down, like damn, like what the hell? And I really wanted to change up my system, how I, contact with people and connect with people and get leads. I was trying Thumbtack for a while, but Thumbtack, for me, Thumbtack is a really like money guzzler because they want you to pay for everything. Like, I understand they provide leads for you, but it's like you're providing leads for me at these crazy rates, and then like it's not even guaranteed that these people even fucking respond. Like, I've been getting leads, contact these people, and like been left in the dark. Now I'm not saying you obligated to connect with me. Obviously price point plays a factor in whatever your needs are, but it's like I've only almost paid $200 in leads and only got like 2-3 clients. Like, it's crazy. And so I was like, I stopped Thumbtack, I uninstalled it, and then I said, you know what, I'm gonna give it another try. This second time around I got one client, but then it started again where I connected with people. They didn't respond, so that was like $48 for that lead, and then there was another lead that was $30. I was like, I can't do this. Like, I'm spending more money that I fucking don't have on fucking trying to get leads. Like, nah, I have to find another way. My other way, I don't know if I told y'all, but it was to door to door. But I'm really frightened about door to door because I don't know, like I just feel like me being a black man going up to people's doors, and you don't know how people are gonna take that. And in our society today, it's like I'm not, obviously you've seen that shit, that recent shit that happened where the young kid went up to the wrong door because he was trying to look for his sister and he got shot in the head. Like, no, like that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That was on accident. So I can only imagine if it's purposeful. Like, if I go to your door and you like, oh, who's this? And then you feel some type of way, the state that I'm in, like, yo, the right to bear arms is real. Like, people is dead shooting black people. Like, it's crazy. Like, this is not a way to live. This is not a space for me to live. So I kind of said, you know what? I'm not going to do this. I wanted to use DoorDash as a way of connecting with people and getting leads. I mean, I think that's super dope. Like, at the time I'm making money, driving around delivering people food, I could slip in a business card or tape a business card to the package or to the order. And I think that was a great way to, I just haven't pulled the trigger on it. But that's something that I'm looking into. I went on Reddit, and I think a lot of people had that same idea, like to kind of like advertise their business. Maybe it's wearing a shirt, maybe it's slipping in a little business card or pamphlet at the door. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's more secure. It's probably a little bit more safe to do it that way. But yeah, I've just been reflecting and seeing like what's the best route for me to go, because I gotta build my business some way. And the traditional way of building it, flyering and stuff, it takes time. You gotta find the areas that you want to host and you want to service. It's a lot. So a lot of my business has been internet based. I do ads on Craigslist. Obviously I use Thumbtack. I was proud to go on Angie's List, but like this girl said, they call you too damn much. They harass you. They harass you to just, pay. And it's like everybody's money hungry. It's like I gotta find a way where I'm doing this shit for me and I don't have to go through another middleman, because everything right now is linked to somebody else. I mean, even as a business owner, you still gotta work for somebody else, but to have these platforms that really just want your money and they don't really care about your business. They don't care about you being successful. They just want you to pay into their service, and that's how they gain their money. And it's like you kind of left in the dark. So a lot of shit just been on my mind, man. And we're supposed to be moving this year. Lease is up in October, and it's like I don't have time to be playing around with my business, with my life. Like, everything has to be intentional and purposeful right now. Can't just be out here wasting money on leads that do nothing for me. Like, I get that's how you gotta pay to play, but I'm paying to play and then I'm losing just trying to play. Like, nah, you know. So It's like I don't want I don't want to become discouraged. And I feel like sometimes I get discouraged because I wouldn't say things are necessarily like they aren't going easy, because they're not supposed to be easy, but like I just gotta find a way. And I kind of stopped door dashing because I felt like that was another another platform that was playing around. Like DoorDash's rates and what they're willing to pay is just like, because they want to keep you there. You know what I'm saying? Like DoorDash is for their benefit. They need people to service their customers and their clients. They're not going to pay you, you know, obviously what you're worth. They're barely going to pay you for your time and your gas and your mileage. So a lot of the jobs that I was getting were bullshit. Like they want you to travel like 10, 20 miles and only pay you like $5. Now that's not all of them, but that's most of them. And obviously, like, they have to get there. Like if someone right now, if you're a DoorDasher, if you're a customer on DoorDash and you buy like a whole McDonald's meal and you decide not to tip, and it's like that order comes in, I may pass it, but that order is going to be refilled regardless. Like it's not like that person is not going to get their order. So even if they decide not to tip, the money behind it is whack. Somebody eventually is going to get to their order because someone needs the money. You know, it might not be me, it might not be, you know, the next person, but they're going to pass it off to somebody who's definitely going to take it, because it's not like that person is never going to get their order fulfilled. Like that's not going to happen. So it's like this loophole where people are forced to take these rates because they have to live. And I just don't want to do that anymore. Like I feel like I've been doing that even in my own business, just trying to survive and make bank according to what other people deem as like acceptable. And that sucks. Like at this point, I feel like I should definitely be in that luxury realm, but I know it's going to take a lot of investment to get there. And I just really need to make a big push to get there, man. Like I've been saying no to a lot of jobs lately, and I've been standing on that. Like anybody who tries to hassle me or haggle me, I'm like, no, I can't do it. I've cut off a lot of clients this month because I could not do it based on how I felt during the job, based on, you know, how people treated me. Like it's not worth the money. So it just gives me confirmation that I gotta go harder than I think I already am. And I really got to push myself into the direction of success, because it's not just going to fall in my lap. People are not just going to accept my business. People are not just going to accept my rates. I have to find the people who will. And that means I really got to separate myself from the rest, you know. Something that was sad that I just realized was when I was doing my new client special, I think I was doing the numbers for last year because I was doing my last year or this year taxes or last year taxes. I realized I only made 10 grand for the whole entire year. And to me, I was like, oh, well, me doing this special is getting me more clientele, but the numbers don't lie. And so the numbers showed me that, like, you could be getting all this clientele, and, you know, another thing I wasn't doing was making sure I turned them over into, you know, permanent clients. So a lot of it was just one-time jobs, and I wasn't pushing for, now I am. Like, now I have a system where, like, all right, you got within a certain time to lock into a maintenance rate, a maintenance plan. And most people, you know, they see the affordability. They like, I bet, like, I'm going to use this as a one-time thing. But that's really not what I'm after at the end of the day. What I'm after is that you gain the experience of a clean space, and, you know, you basically, because I'm assuming that, like, not that you never had a clean space, but like the objective is to alter your mind. One thing that I realized with business and just cleaning specifically is that you have to value a clean home for yourself. You know, people who already value that already have cleaning services on lock. They know exactly where to go, this, that, and the third. That's what they seek after. But for the people who don't, for the clientele who don't, it's important that if I'm going to reach out to somebody, I want to make sure that you see this investment as something that you want to move forward with, not like a one-time thing. Oh, I'm just getting a clean home for this month, and then like the next, you know, 20 years I just live in filth. Like, nah, I want you to be on this journey of cleanliness, because cleanliness, as they say, is next to godliness. And I feel like you can't be your best self if you aren't living in a clean space. That's why I clean up, every 2 weeks, or when things get kind of crappy around me. I'm like, yo, I gotta get my mind right. I gotta clean up because it changes your perspective and how you walk. You don't just want to survive. You want to actually thrive. You feel better about yourself. Clean home equals a clean mind. So that's the message that I want to pass along. But I also know that people look at a price and they're like, oh, well, it's not worth it. But what if I took the price and I altered the price, and now you got the benefit of a clean space? Now you're looking at it differently, like, wow, this is something worthwhile doing for a reoccurring, experience. Like, I don't just want this now. Like, I want this every week, or I want this bi-weekly or monthly. So I think that's why people do like specials, because it gets, one, it gets new clientele. Two, it changes how people see things. Like, it does. So that was my little experience, firsthand, actually doing the math and actually seeing the numbers come back. And I was like, wow, I've made how much money I wanted to make per month. And if I want to do that, I really got to turn these clients over. It's nothing wrong with doing a little new client special, but it has to turn over into regular clientele. So I have to be really forceful and come up with a plan and hand over the pamphlet and have the paperwork after that session, so that they know, like, oh man, look, what rate, they, they don't have to make a decision that day. But what happens is, like, as time goes on, as you obviously you enjoy your space, that month passes, your space obviously comes back to its normal conditions, and that's when you start to say, like, oh man, like, I want this experience again, I want this clean space again. So yeah, that's what it's for me. And so, like I said, a larger part of the numbers not really numbering is not turning those clients into long-term clients. Kind of just saying, oh, well, maybe they'll hit me up on their own accord. It doesn't work like that. Even Netflix, that offers a promotion. Well, they did, but they don't offer it now, I don't think. A little 7-day free trial at 30 free. They're basically sucking you in and saying, look at this experience. Enjoy this benefit of having movies at your disposal. And then once it's gone, you realize you were in like 5 different series and you don't have that anymore. How did that make you feel when you had it? You felt great. You had a fun time watching these movies. You had accessibility that you didn't have before. And so the client or the customer is like, I want that again, And again, it doesn't speak true to everybody. Some people just, I know I've taken like free trials or 7-day trials or whatever and haven't went forward with them because, one, maybe I saw it that it wasn't worth the money, or I just felt like the experience wasn't, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't for me. But for the most part, like, I gain a lot from just taking that little, free trial or whatever, and it does something to my mind. So that was the same concept that I wanted to do for my business. I think I'm still gonna do it. I think that I'm still gonna do it. I just have to push in terms of, again, making clientele reoccurring, because nobody is offering a type of deal like I know no one's offering that, because they don't want to, it's not profitable to them. I was on this platform the other day. I was on, was it Instagram or Facebook? No, TikTok. And this young lady was talking about, gaining clients, how you go about it. Like, just get started, like, cold call. Like, she cold call, I think she said 100 people. She said she was giving a hypothesis. So get started with a cleaning service is so easy. So go to Home Depot, get you some supplies, call like 100 people, cold call them. Out of that, probably like 10 people, will agree to giving you like an opportunity to clean their home for like $175. And she was like, basically, or 6 people, she was like, that's $1,000 right there. So that's my mindset. Now, out of those 6 people, you have to make sure that, 1, you do an amazing job. 2, your customer service is on point. But 3, that you're transferring those clients into long-term clients. Otherwise, you kind of just got that one-time rate, and then it kind of goes poof, and then you got a cold call again. I mean, you got a cold call anyway, but you want to transfer those clients into regularly paying clients, because that's where the money's at. You don't want to have to every time get new clientele, because really you're just getting one-time fees. I got a lot of shit to do this month, basically. Like, so I just want to go back to that. I want to get consistent on that. And again, have this paperwork in place so that, like, a folder is being placed at the end, or I'm giving you information, not even giving you information. I need physical paperwork that you can see, that you can reflect on, that you have. I did that. I started that. Um, I think it worked in a few situations. I ain't gonna lie to you. But in many of the situations, like I said, I wasn't prepared. I told them, hey, if you want reoccurring, let me know, this, that, and the third. And 9 times out of 10, people are not going to let you know. Like, they don't have that physical evidence to kind of look at or remind them, or like, it's not enough. So that's just an extra place or extra piece, that you can just have, because people are more likely to, if they have something in front of them, they're probably more likely to use it, more likely to convert it. And that's what I need, man. I also realized that without having that system, that people just reach out to me based on their needs. So, for instance, I got this one client who basically just reaches out when I guess things are too bad. And it's not a problem, but it's like, I need monthly income that is consistent. And so if I need to do that, if I need that, I need to put pressure on you to lock into something. And I've been going back and forth with this idea of contracts. If not contracts, if you want to do, oh, well, pay, or book as you go, or book as you want to, then if it exceeds 30 days, if it exceeds a month, obviously the conditions revert, if you have pets and stuff, it just gets worse. So my thing is, okay, my logic is, now I'm going to make you pay more for that session. And so a lot of things have just been more clearer to me, coming in my business this time around, especially down here, because again, you're working in larger spaces, you got homes, you got families, so it's a lot going on. Whereas in the city, I ain't gonna say like conditions didn't revert back and stuff like that, but you got smaller spaces, so it really wasn't that crazy. So that was on my mind, man. Just making these smart business moves, like not working harder but working smarter. Especially if I'm going to go in it and my new clients are going to get this special deal, I gotta step on their necks. I got to. And I did read that. Like, it's okay. Like, people don't advise you to start with a special. They say your discount should definitely be on the second time around. Okay, fuck that. I twisted up. But if you do the beginning job at a discount, you definitely want those clients to convert. Like, that's your ideal goal. You don't want to just be doing money for business for the low and not getting anything out of it. So again, I understand that, obviously, by looking at the numbers, looking at my day-to-day, because your paycheck, I need your paycheck. Basically, like, as a business owner, as a business person, I need your paycheck at the end of the day, because that's where I get my money from. My money funnels in through whatever job you're working, whatever business you have, like, that has to convert to me. So, man, I'm just gaining a lot of knowledge. Sometimes I feel like I've been in this industry for so long, I should be viral, I should have made it, but obviously I'm not going about what I need to do the right way. And I ain't gonna lie to you, like, it's a lot of hard work. And I think I teeter-totter and I be on the fence with how dedicated that I want to be. Like, I want to do this, but am I, like, really walking the path of actually doing it? I got to ask myself those questions, like, do I really want this? And so when you see those videos where I be ranting, or I be like, yo, am I slow? Like, what's wrong with me? It's because I do want to do what I want to do. Like, I do want to have my own business. I don't want to work for somebody else. But at the end of the day, like, I have to walk in that and understand what that comes with, I'm not working at a 9 to 5. So that means that, like, I gotta go double time. Like, 9 to 5, I ain't saying I ain't gotta work hard, but I'm saying, like, I gotta work harder in a business that I'm trying to make or take off, so just a lot of realization and a lot of, like, truth that comes from what you've been doing and what you've not been doing. So it ain't easy out here, man, but we can definitely, as people, make it easier for ourselves by doing the smart decision, making smart decisions, making smart moves. think I let a lot get in my way. I let a lot distract me. So sometimes I feel like when I do that, I just kind of give up on myself and say, well, whatever. I'll just take this. I'll just take that.